Hello guys, what's up? I'm just doing a random live right now. So I'll just do random stuff. I'm just gonna react to random stuff and just read your guys' comments. This whole entire live stream, of course, is not, of course, planned out. So let's read the comments first, and then I'm just gonna react to just some random videos right now. First, hello Godzilla Wars. How you doing, man? Hope everything's good for you, man. Yeah, but it's not like you will be remembered. I guess not. Maybe, maybe not. So yeah, I'm just gonna do just some sort of random stuff right now. So I'm just gonna look on my screen. You see, on my screen, I'm gonna click this big button right here. And of course, let's just react to some random videos and whatever. We could just chat, whatever. So yeah. The first video we're gonna watch is, of course, this video. I just love this meme right here. So this is like, one of my friends on YouTube is like, Los Maconios. And he has this like new skit right here that I thought is so funny. At least in my state, there's like no more mask requirements as far as like in the state, like in like July or something like that. And so here's like a video that was done by them. It's so funny.
Adiós, mascarilla, adiós, 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 adiós.
¿Pero qué haces, tío? Que todavía hay que llevarlas en sitios cerrados.
Oh, I love it. I just love that clip right here. Oh my god. Because as soon as July just hits, I'm just gonna just rip apart all the masks. Just rip them apart, and I'm just gonna just put them on fire. I just cannot wait not to have those masks on again. I honestly just cannot wait. Because to be frank, it's like every single time. Like every single time I had to freaking like wear these masks, I kind of suffocate a lot. Keep up good work. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks a lot for telling me that awesome comment. So let's look at a video that's been viral as of lately, because the mainstream media is always like the most honest thing ever, and so. Let's see like a video that's been done by MSNBC, where basically there was some sort of debate I saw, and we're just gonna pause and stop, so should be cool. And oh god, not the ads.
Well,
Stop.
No one made me feel more comfortable
Stop
than my
the
kindergarten teacher,
ads.
Miss Jane.
No, I'm sorry. We don't need no more ads. No more ad revenue for freaking MSNBC. Sorry. No. No. I kind of wish that I actually had some sort of, ad blocker. That way I don't have to see these ads. But let's see this video that's been done, of course, about critical race theory. Because critical race theory is the most urgent thing in the entire world right now. So yeah, let's watch this video. And I'm going to give my own personal reaction to it. So love this guy. Thanks, man. So let's see this video and let's see how bad it is.
Before you say that Ibram Kendi, Dr. Ibram Kendi, who's a college professor, you call him the guru of critical race theory. So we reached out to him. I've interviewed him before. So we reached out to him because you say he's the guru of critical race theory. You name him a lot in a lot of both in your manifesto or.
The thing about Kendi, though, is that he doesn't call himself a critical race theorist per se. He is, however, mentioned in an interview that was done a while back that critical race theory was, of course, the inspiration behind his work. Even then, if you compare his work with critical race theory, there's a lot of similarities between the two. like the liberal ideas, like rejecting color blindness, is a humongous work, like thing for like critical race theory, as well as like anti-racism. And it's like they both seem to assume this idea that America was like founded to be inherently racist, that everything in society is like inherently racist. And so while he's not really a critical race theorist per se, he's still, it's like some sort of like adjacent or whatever to the whole series. So whatever, let's continue the video.
For your talking points memo, but also in your video. We reached out to him. We asked him if he's a critical race theorist. He said, I admire critical race theory, but I don't identify as a critical race theorist. I'm not a legal scholar, so I wasn't trained on critical race theory. I'm a historian. And Chris would know this if he actually read my work or understood that critical race theory is taught in law schools. I didn't attend law school. Which
Again, this whole entire notion that, they're not putting critical race theory in classrooms is hilarious to me. Because on Twitter, on YouTube, I've seen some of these web-like seminars of these people applying the principles of critical race theories in the classroom, because they literally are having words that says literally critical race theory. And so I honestly have no idea why they keep on saying, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, critical race theory is not happening in classrooms. But that's a lie. That's a lie, because there's literally textbooks, there's literally web seminars of like this whole entire stuff for critical race theory. And so I have no idea why they keep saying this. Why? Woo! Tyler! Yeah, what's up, Mr. Self-Destruction? What's up, man? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, Mr. Blind. Yeah, I just cannot see right now, man. I just cannot see. Let's continue with the video.
Which is where critical race theory is taught. It's really the only place it's taught. NBC has looked into everywhere, and it's not taught in elementary school. But hold on a second. This is the second thing he said, which is strange to me that you.
Let me respond. This is not a monologue. This should be a dialogue,
No,
right? Am I right?
It's my show, so.
And that's right. Like, he is right. Like, the thing I hate the most about these sort of debates on TV is that they always just yell and yell over each other. Like, this segment right here is proof on why podcasts are much better as a way to format a debate than having a TV debate. Because it's always so annoying to see TV debates. I swear, I prefer to watch stuff like Joe Rogan to see these sort of, debates with different people or discussions than have some sort of person keep talking over you during a TV debate. But it's so weird.
It's how I want to do it. So let me read you one more quote from him, because you've made a lot of claims about critical race theory saying that white Americans are inherently racist, that racism is inherent to whiteness. And that is one.
Yeah, the thing about it, though, is like the whole entire whiteness studies was done by one of the authors for critical race theory. The author was like Richard D'Angelo. He's one of the people behind the whole entire critical race theory. And so he made a book talking about whiteness studies. And whiteness studies is the stuff like, white privilege is an example of whiteness studies. Or how all white people is like a parasite, according to that one study. That is part of whiteness studies. Also, one famous example, which pretty much everybody knows, besides, the whole entire white privilege stuff, is actually the idea that, of course, this whole entire list of like, the Smithsonian saying that individualism is a white thing, or like, the scientific method is a white thing. And so this whole entire whiteness studies have some sort of connection to critical race theory, because one of the authors of critical race theory, Robert D'Angelo, actually started whiteness studies. So
one of the core charges that you're making about, these sort of what you consider like sort of woke studies in school. This is what Ibram Kendi has said in his own words. He said, we've been taught that racist is essential to who a person is. It's a fixed category. It's in someone's heart. That's one of the reasons why people are unwilling to or unable to admit the times in which they're being racist, because it's not just admitting I was being racist in that moment. Basically, we're tattooing racist on our forehead for the rest of our lives. Isn't that the opposite of what you're arguing?
Well, I'll say two things. First of all, it's very interesting to me that so many people are now running away from the race of the label of critical race theory. But
he's not a critical race theorist.
Hold on. I'm going to quote two critical race theorists. Barbara Applebaum with the book Being Good, Being White. She says, quote, all white people are racist. Robin DiAngelo, who's another critical whiteness studies scholar, says that, quote,
Okay, let's go to like the webpage for like Robert DiAngelo. And I swear to God, guys, once I go to that webpage, it would actually show that she is actually a critical race theorist. Give me 1 minute, guys. Like, I need 1 minute to go to that page. And then I'm going to share with you guys. Hold on. Robert DiAngelo. Let me share the screen. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, it's going to probably, be buggy a little bit because, like, all the stuff going on my computer. Robert DiAngelo, critical race theory. So if you go to this webpage right here, literally underneath Robert DiAngelo, it says like critical racial and social justice education. Critical racial is just another way of saying critical race theory, guys. So yes, Robert DiAngelo is in fact a critical race theorist. She plain out just lied when we could literally see like she is like a critical race theorist on her own page. So it's so weird.
Now, white identity is inherently racist. So what you're doing is you're playing a series of word games. You know that critical whiteness studies is a subfield of critical race theory?
No, it's not.
These things are all deep.
Dude, look up the person behind whiteness studies. Robert DiAngelo, the same guy before critical race theory. They're interconnected, man. Stop lying.
Deeply interrelated.
No, they're not.
And I'm not going to let you play word games. And this is really, I think, the most essential thing.
Hold on. No.
Let me respond at least once. I haven't gotten a full sentence out.
Because I'm not going to let you see. One of the things that and I don't know, you probably never watched me on TV. Just we didn't know who each other were, not so long ago. But I don't allow people to just make up and say lies on the show. It's just not really right.
It's so funny, like she said, like they don't have any sort of lies in the show, right? She just flat out lies so many times within like 2 minutes. Is she not self-aware about what the lies she has said? Like, this is kind of why, like, I hate this sort of debate stuff. Like, it's obvious that she is so partisan. Like, imagine her, like, trying to do like some sort of interviews of these sort of critical race scholars. Do you really think she would probably treat them in the same way that they're treating Chris right here? Really? Because it was like some sort of scholar or whatever for critical race theory, she'll probably just treat them just fine. But because it's like an opponent against critical race theory, she is not being journalistic at all. Where's the integrity for all this?
Right to do that and let people hear. But hold on, Robin DiAngelo. Wait.
Am I right
Robin DiAngelo is not a critical race theorist, and I want everyone.
Yes, she is. She is a critical race theorist. I just showed the page like a minute ago. She called herself a critical racial and social justice scholar. So yes, she is.
Want to know that Robin DiAngelo. I don't know who the other woman is, but she's not. But let's just go through a minute because whiteness, and racist. Whiteness and racist.
Sure.
Where did the term whiteness come from?
Sure, and I think this is an important point, and I hope you let me actually get a full paragraph out about this.
Go for it.
Whiteness is the idea that there is some kind of metaphysical category in the world, that all white people are reducible to this essence of whiteness. Then what happens is that they load all of these negative connotations. They say that whiteness is by definition, that includes white fragility, includes white privilege, includes internalized white superiority. And then what they do is they try to impose these reductive racial categories onto individuals. And I actually agree with Kendi's approach. I think that we should fight race essentialism. But the problem is that critical race theory enshrines race essentialism.
But you
and you
said
see
he
it in
is one.
schools. And I'll give you 3 examples of
No,
critical race theory being taught in schools.
Hold on one second. Wait,
In
hold on a second.
Cupertino,
Hold on.
California.
No,
In Cupertino,
these are in your
California.
talking points, sir. Chris, these are in your talking points, and I know what you're going to say because you said it with Mark Lamont Hill. You repeat these same things. They're in this manifesto. People can read it online. Let me just go for a second. On the subject.
I swear, like, she cannot actually let him talk at all. Literally, like, there's no way, like, she's letting him talk through this whole entire clip. I really, really hate how they keep interrupting in these sort of TV debates. Really. It actually makes, the people who aren't, like, undecided, like, look at this, and, they will look at this, right? And probably say, like, I'm kind of interested in seeing this Chris guy because you keep interrupting him, so it's actually helping his cause more than, of course, helping her own side. So
of whiteness. Are you aware, since you say that, I guess you're sort of a quasi-historian in your thinking, that whiteness was actually formed in the United States? That whiteness didn't even exist as a thing. Europeans were all European. They considered themselves Italian or Polish or whatever. When the colonists came here, they actually created the idea of whiteness. This is from the Smithsonian.
I agree with
as
that.
a way to distinguish themselves from what they call the savages, the natives, and from black people, from Africans, who even if you had a little African in you, if you're Plessy, who's 7/8 white, if you are African in any aspect, that you are reduced of rights. So people that you don't like, that are doing this sort of wokeness training, are saying whiteness has always had power. There used to be a saying, I'm free, white, and 18. It was commonly said in the 50s and 60s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. So whiteness has power. So people who want to decouple whiteness from power, that's what you're annoyed by, right?
it's kind of strange. Like, she mentioned that whiteness is power. Okay, let's look at the various institutions across the United States, right? Where there are plenty of minorities who are working in high positions of power. Even though they're like in a very small percentage of the population, like, white people are like 60% of the population, black people are like 12%, Latinos are like 18% of the population. Let's just ignore all the minorities who worked their way up to the top despite all the trouble past that we had. Let's just ignore all that evidence and say, well, you see, all the stuff that's been going on right now, all the injustices that we've been seeing so far in the current day, is just because of whiteness. That to me is sad. Let's just ignore like the accomplishments. I mean, I don't necessarily like the guy myself, but let's just ignore like Barack Obama, who was like the first ever black president. Okay? Let's just ignore like the whole entire, like that one black guy for the Supreme Justice, for the Supreme Court, right? Let's just ignore that guy. Let's just ignore like all the rich people who are black, like Oprah. You see, it's because of whiteness. That's why they got rich. It's just, I really hate how people just use some sort of thing to put their own personal feelings about because they were not that successful in life. It's because of the white man. When in actuality, I think, of course, that people can work really hard. They can achieve good stuff if they put their mind to it. To sit there and blame the white person is not going to help much. You're making yourself into some sort of loser mentality once you do that. So,
Play a little bit of what you said. You did a speech. Hold on. You did a speech at the Claremont Institute in which you talked a little bit about how you really feel about the academics of it. Here it is. This is cut. I think this is it 3? Yeah, go for it. Play it.
Hey, what's that?
Bought groceries with my Credit Karma Money debit card and want a reimbursement.
No, I am not going to play any sort of ads. I swear, I am not going to play any ads right now because, sorry, I'm not going to give them any sort of money for watching this video and reacting to it. I am not going to give them that much. So we're going to skip the ad and then we're going to return back to the video. But let's see some sort of comments from you guys right here. Let's see, the white half Obama won, not the black half. Oh my God. Yeah. Let's see. Always ignore Obama. Yeah, man. Like, of course, you always seem to ignore them. I liked Obama. I did not like Trump or Biden. You know, I don't like Obama. I don't like Trump. I don't like Biden. I don't like any of the presidents so far. Really, I really don't. Okay, the ad is actually done for this part. So let's go back to the video, not get them ad revenue, and just continue with the rest of it. And then after I continue with the rest of the video, we're gonna look at some more clips and react to some other stuff, just for shits and giggles. So.
I'm a white guy fighting critical race theory.
Do you identify as white?
I mean, I'm an Italian American, so you tell me. Lumping people into white, black, Asian, as you suggested, is such a crude and broad categorization.
There's these like.
I mean, he's right. Like, it's what? Also, it's like that's a really, really stupid question. Do you consider yourself white? Let's see. Hold on. Did you see the segment afterwards? She asked someone on to agree with her. No, I haven't actually. All the stuff I'm seeing right now is like, you know, my first impressions. It's literally the first time I'm watching this actually. But yeah, like that whole entire question about if he's like white is like so strange. It's so strange to ask that kind of question. Really.
Like very kind of pathetic and very, you know, angry graduate students that you know, try to fight me on these highly technical, you know, Hegel interpretations. And it's like, I don't have time for this. I don't give a about this stuff.
So you don't give an S about this stuff. You're really just having a campaign to take everything that annoys white Americans and white conservatives.
No, that's not right.
You want to make a campaign and stuff everything in there.
You played my highlight reel. You played my highlight reel. Give me a chance to respond.
And you want to stuff
wrong.
it all into critical race theory, right?
What I don't think is right is that forcing 8-year-olds in Cupertino, California to deconstruct their racial identities and then rank themselves according to power and privilege. It's intersectionality theory, which was invented by Kimberly Crenshaw.
It's a separate thing.
Oh my god, like how is she lying so much? Intersectionality literally is part of critical race theory. If you look at the earlier writings done by Kimberly Crenshaw, she literally says that intersectionality is the offshoot of critical race theory. That's her own words that she said. So intersectionality, yes, is part of critical race theory. Like, how could you say that like he is wrong when in fact you're the one who's wrong? It's so weird.
Which is part of critical race theory.
No, it's not, dear.
You had her on your show. You know this.
Yeah, she invented
and
both
things. Line, Joy.
She invented both
What you've done in tonight's segment is exactly what I'm fighting against. I'm fighting against the manipulation of language. I'm fighting against language
You're fighting against wokeness, and you don't like corporate wokeness,
all of these euphemistic terms with subversive content. Because otherwise, you just say whatever you want, and then you back away from it, and you dance around it. It's not going to happen. Parents.
Okay, I'm gonna stop this clip because it's like, you know, not getting anywhere. It's like stupid. It's like mind-blowingly stupid. Like I'm losing some sort of like, you know, brain cells just watching this whole entire clip. It's like, what was it? I'm at like 6 minutes in out of 9 minutes. This is like so fucking stupid. Like, first of all, it's kind of stupid that she did not, of course, allow him to, you know, talk much. Then she keeps saying that he is the liar, but then she keeps on lying about the stuff about critical race theory. And so all this whole entire thing is just a train wreck. It's just a train wreck. Like, so let's watch something else that's like, you know, not this video. And of course, I'm going to react to this video too. So, nice. All right, give me 1 second for this to load. 1 second to load this video. All right, ASC, let me try to read this first before the video loads. Let's see, a New York K-12 educator suggests black students do not stink Allegedly, she states this is why education is not working for students of color in the United States. This was part of anti-racist discussion between New York educators. Critical race theory / anti-racism is neo-racism. So let's watch a clip and then I'll just get my reactions, okay?
And I think Black people, we are relational people. We are people of context. Like, it's very Western and European to dissect and analyze and take apart things, whereas Afrocentric schooling or Afrocentric spirituality or African epistemology or ways of knowing, everything is connected. So this is why education is not working for so many students of color, because we are context-driven people. We can't tell a story without telling the 10 things that happened that led up to that moment. There's no such thing as like thinking isolation, isolating yourself from nature, from your family. Like, it's just not part of our ways of knowing and being in the world. So when we tap into the ways that we understand the world, students are able to make wonderful connections and unleash their brilliance and their wisdom.
You know, this whole entire idea that Black people think differently because of their skin color is ironically the most racist thing ever. But that's the thing though, like like a lot of these anti-racist people, they always say that they're not, of course, racist, but it's like, you know, the most racist thing they could possibly say. It's like crazy, absolutely crazy. Okay, there's like another one that I found that I think is interesting, but hold on, let it load. But yeah, apparently Black people at the, oh my god, wait a second, no, oh no. No. Why did I have to click this link, man? No! Why? Okay, transracial. Oh my fuck, what the fuck did I just go to? Oh my god. Okay, calm down. Woosah, woosah, woosah. Okay, let's just see this clip of this transracial person. Because apparently, if it's not bad enough that people feel like they're like another gender, apparently they have to feel like a whole entire freaking race. So, let's see. No wonder why the Chinese are stuck in communism. They cannot think. Okay, let's watch the clip for this guy and let's react.
I'm Korean. I can be myself. 안녕하세요. 저는 지민입니다. Hey guys, I'm finally Korean. I've transitioned. I'm so happy I've completed my look. I'm finally Korean, guys. I have the eyes. Just had a brow lift as well. So I'm so happy. Finally, I've been trapped in the wrong body for 8 years. And that's the worst feeling in the world, when you're trapped and you don't feel like you can be yourself. But finally, I'm Korean. I can be myself. And I'm so happy. 안녕하세요.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This guy just went to get some surgery to make his eyes more oriental. Oh my fuck. Oh my fucking god. Like, wow. Wow. This guy is clearly nuts. This guy is clearly nuts in the head. I remember a story like a long time ago where basically there was like this sort of, you know, white woman that turned black, right? And so, wait, hold on, wait a second. 18 surgeries. 18 surgeries? It took 18 surgeries for that? What? Okay, 8 years. They don't look 8. Oh my god. What? 18 surgeries to have like the oriental eyes. Wow. But anyway, getting back to my story. I remember there was some sort of, you know, white woman. And basically, like, yeah, what happened was that she was like, part of the I think it was like the NCAA or whatever. I forgot the acronym, right? But it's like some sort of black organization, right? And what happened is like she was like white for all her life, but then she made like her skin black and her hair like, all over the place. And so I remember that story a long time ago. So, I didn't really think I thought it was like a one thing, one done thing, right? Where it's like that one incident, right? But here I'm seeing like this person who made his like eyes more oriental just because he feels Korean. That's just crazy, man. Absolutely just crazy. Yeah, Rachel, that's her name. Yes, that's the name right here. But let's go to the next thing, right? Oh my god. That is crazy, man. That is super crazy. Hold on. Oh yeah, like this is like a series of like clips that's been done for like, Kendi. And of course, I'm pretty sure like how she interviewed Kendi is different than how she interviewed Chris. So let's look at the clips one by one, okay? And then I'm just gonna react to each of the clips.
Reporter this weekend, Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson told a crowd panicked than ever about the state of the country, and the Republicans should, quote, take back our school boards, our county boards, our city councils. We will take back our culture. What exactly is our culture, Senator? And who's the our in?
When he says our culture, it's talking about, of course, like, American culture. Because critical race theory literally says that America is fundamentally racist. So taking back our culture is taking back, of course, back to American culture. It's crazy. Like, of course, it's probably she want to spin it as some sort of racist thing, but it's not really racist to take back your own culture. I'm sorry.
In that sentence. And who decides? You see, what these politicians are objecting to is a factual analysis of our history, warts and all. But what they're doing is far more pernicious. They've taken legitimate calls for critical self-reflection and demonized it into a catch-all phrase that they now wield as a political cudgel. They're so obsessed with owning the libs that they make bizarre statements like this one.
I thought General Milley totally missed the point last week. He says, "Well, I read Mao and I read Stalin." That's nothing to do with it. We read Mein Kampf in school. No one thought we were Nazis.
I mean, yeah, like it's required for students to read like historical texts when you're like in high school or whatever, right? I remember when I was in high school, I read like the Diary of Anne Frank. And so it's not necessarily uncommon for kids to read historical texts to get the context of like, whatever. So this whole entire Mein Kampf thing, I guess, I don't remember reading that in school at all. So maybe it's his school, maybe his own personal experience. So I guess my main point is that it's not necessarily uncommon for kids to read like, historical texts. CR2 is Black Mein Kampf. I agree, man. I totally agree.
People didn't read Mein Kampf in school. No. Another common feature of the freakout is to name and blame particular Black public intellectuals who are not even involved in critical race theory. One of those Black public intellectuals is Dr. Ibram X. Kendi. An astonishing thing to watch. One of the astonishing features of it is that they've decided that you are the main person responsible for doing that. So I just want to very quickly get this off the table. Are you a critical race theorist?
So I've certainly been inspired by critical race theory.
There you have it right here. There you have it right here. He literally says in this interview that he was inspired by critical race theory. So, yeah. Fuck all these people who are trying to, say that he has nothing to do with critical race theory. Fuck all of them. He literally said in this interview that he was inspired by it. Oh my.
I certainly admire critical race theory.
There we have it again. There we have it again. He not only was inspired by critical race theory, but he admires critical race theory. Oh my god. All the bad stuff isn't CRT. Also, you want all the bad stuff in school. Yeah. Yeah. I don't understand it either, man. I don't understand it.
But at the same time, I wasn't trained on critical race theory. I didn't go to law school, and so I don't necessarily identify as a critical race theorist.
The thing is, though, you don't necessarily have to be like in law school to be a critical race theorist. Like the people, obviously, who advocate for it, who call themselves critical race theorists, are not necessarily part of law school. So this idea that you need to go to law school to be a critical race theorist makes little to no sense, really, to me. The no true critical race theory fallacy. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what it is.
Yeah, right. You'd have to go to law school to be one, right? And you just made that point very well. But
No. You don't need to be in law school. No. That's another lie. Like, every single time, and it's not just for like this sort of topic for critical race theory, but like every single time I see Joy on TV, she just always lies. Always lies. Like, is lying just part of his whole entire narrative? It's like no wonder I no longer watch like television news for my news sources nowadays, because they keep on lying. Like there's no real neutrality for like news stations at all. So let's see. I think critical race theory started in law school, so they used that as a defense. Yeah, like it did start like in law school, but again, like of course, like every single time there's like discussion about this whole entire topic, these sort of proponents, these sort of advocates who call for critical race theory use these sort of semantic games or like these word games to, you know, say that's not true real critical race theory. So it's just so weird. Let's see. Only teach objective facts in U.S. schools is such a bad thing. Do you also watch P Brad? Because I think I see you there. No, I haven't seen. Like, yeah, I watch his channel a lot. Like, yeah, I do. Appa Bread. Yeah, I seen that channel all the time. A matter of fact, like I'm subscribed to his channel, and we also talked at one point on my channel. I think we talked about Godzilla at one point, and yeah, that's the only kind of contact that I have with him.
they don't either. They don't know really what it is either. But here is Senator Josh Hawley, sort of one of Professor Kennedy, thank you so much for being here. I have been the whole sort of Americans are inherently racist.
Oh, I do not. And indeed, in How to Be an Anti-Racist, I make the case that we shouldn't believe that anyone is inherently racist or that we should identify anyone as a racist. And I make the case.
That's like a lie, too. That's like a straight up lie. Kennedy literally states in his book, right, that anybody who do not call themselves, like, you know, anti-racist, they're the ones who are the real racists. And not just that, though. Kennedy also said in his book, and by the way, I do in fact have a copy of his book, he literally states that basically past discrimination justifies future discrimination. He literally says that in his book. So while he does not necessarily like demonize all white people, he certainly demonized those who do not fit his ideology. It's like so weird. So freaking weird. I thought I seen Tyler donate to Jalabone before there might be a different Tyler Preston. Actually, I'm subscribed to her channel. I love her channel, by the way. And so, no, I actually never donated to that YouTuber, by the way, but I love her channel. I watch it all the time. I love her Superwoman, like, reviews. They're really funny. And so, yes, I love that channel. Some other black YouTubers that I also love, obviously, is like, some black guy. We spoke many times in the past, at least. And so I like some black guy a lot. I also like, Sasu 2 Cents, and also like Patty. I forgot her channel name, but like there was like this conservative woman named Patty, and I love her a lot. So she was really cool when I talked to her on my channel. I also like, this what was it? This sort of like, I forgot the name of this guy, but it's like I can't think about the name right now. I'm sorry. So
Case that racist isn't a fixed category. It's a descriptive term that describes what a person is being in any given moment based on what they're doing or saying. And so if a person is saying Black people are lazy, they're being racist. But in the very next moment, they're advocating a policy that creates justice and equity for all. They're being anti-racist.
Okay. And do you know of any schools that are teaching that white Americans are inherently racist? Have you ever heard of any school that's teaching that anywhere?
pretty much almost everywhere nowadays in our diversity training, which you can see on YouTube. So, yeah, plenty of examples.
I haven't, and indeed, I would speak out against that school if it was doing it.
And we now know that.
Okay, let me read the comments real quick, guys. All right, sweet, she is awesome. Yeah, some black guy is cool. I definitely agree. Like, yeah, some black guy is really cool, man. When I was talking to him many times on my channel, so my interaction with some black guy has been really cool. Like, I really, it's kind of funny because like he said I was like the original black guy on YouTube or something at one point. But yeah, I love some black guy. Oh yeah, Patty Politics. Yes, yes, yes. I remember watching you before your old channel got nuked. Yeah, yeah. Like the thing about my channel was that like I was nuked because of copyright strikes on my channel, and so that's the main reason why my channel got nuked. So yeah. He was still your best friend. It was Tyler. Yeah. Not so much in the curriculum because parents might see they're milking the pornography for all it's worth. The teacher are taught it. Yeah. That's why they freak out over parents seeing Zoom calls. Yeah. Plenty of examples. Yeah, I kind of say you can name even one school that does it. As of now, I could say that 90% do, and I would be right, I bet. Hola, amigo. Hola, hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Todo bien? Okay, so let's see like another video. Let's see like another video that I just, thought was pretty interesting. Hola, hola, ¿cómo estás? Okay, it's loading right now, man. Like loading.
To get, it's awful hard as well to get Latinx vaccinated as well. Why? They're worried that they'll be vaccinated and deported.
Oh my god. He's literally assuming that like Latino people are all illegals. That was crazy, man. Like, wow. Like people say that Donald Trump was terrible. Like, dude, Joe Biden is way more racist than Donald Trump. Like, compare like the statements done by Donald Trump with like, Joe Biden. It's like has said the most racist stuff of any modern day president. Like, wow. Wow, that is crazy. It seems like CR2 is taking over school these days. Yeah, that is true. That is true, yeah. It's been that way for the last 15 years. Let's see, vaccine if Latino equals support, logic equals gone. Yeah. They've been pushing harder lately through to the Black Matter, like the Lives Matter thing. Yeah, that is true. All right, let's see like another clip from Biden. Hold on. Like another clip from Biden. Let's see if I can find something real quick. Okay.
Suppressing, maybe because it sounds about as racist as it gets from Joe Biden.
This country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. You hear me? Minority white European. And you guys are going to have to start working more with Hispanics, who make up a larger portion of the population than y'all do.
Now, folks.
He literally says, like, you know, the country is doomed because basically, of course, like, is full of, you know, minorities, like black people and Hispanics. Like, seriously, guys, how is this person, you know, like, every single time the media sees something about, like, you know, about Donald Trump, they always seem to report the bad stuff right about Donald Trump. But they never, ever, you know, report about this whole entire comments that he does all the time for Joe Biden. Never. Ever. Minorities equals doom is a CRT. Oh man, like crazy. Let's see, black make up only like 13%. That's true, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Asians are like 5%. Let's see, what does CRT mean in this context? Because I'm thinking about the 2V TVs. CRT is like critical race theory. On my channel, I went into some sort of details about like critical race theory. But to sum up critical race theory, basically it starts with the presumption that America is, you know, inherently racist in all our institutions, the lifestyle, whatever. And of course, there are various separate categories, at least 7 plus, that many critical race theorists have wrote about. For example, it's criticizing the ideas of like liberalism, you know, stuff such as like, you know, meritocracy or like, you know, colorblindness. Another thing that's been, of course, has for critical race theory is the idea of like, you know, black nationalism and black separatism as part of critical race theory. Another example of critical race theory is the idea of intersectionality. And also, one of the authors behind critical race theory did like the whole entire whiteness studies, which pretty much assumes that everything is bad because of white people. For example, the idea that basically, of course, everything like individualism, of course, the scientific method, all that kind of jazz that we take for granted in the West is all part of whiteness. And so critical race theory, of course, you know, the short way to say critical race theory is like CRT. So that's what it means. I'm using a PC CRT at the moment, though. Oh my god. Let's see. Asians probably closer to 2%, unless Pacific Islander are included. Yeah, that's true. I'd take it for any price. Boomer. Okay. All right, let's see like another like 2 more videos, and then I'm gonna, you know, probably like go to an article or something, and then I'll probably end the whole entire stream for you guys. Let's see. Let's see. Let's let it load.
whenever you say we should teach about slavery or the genocide of indigenous people in the classroom is, oh, well, it happened so long ago. Why do we need to know? Why does anyone need to know? Okay, why do you learn about the Holocaust? Why do you learn about the Rwandan genocide? Why do you learn about imperialism? Why do you learn about the Enlightenment? Why do you learn about the Soviet Union? Why do you learn about the American Revolution? Why do you learn about the Civil War? All those things were in the past. Why do we learn about them? It's almost as though there's a class you take in school where you talk about things that happened in the past. Wait a minute. Wait. This is all making too much sense.
Who in the hell even questioned that to begin with? This is all a straw man. Like, can someone please point to me that someone actually asked that question? Like, wow. Exactly. Like, I had the exact same question, man, Davey. Like, who in the hell actually questioned that in the first place? I'm just trying to understand this whole entire straw man here. If someone in the comment section can actually point to me, someone who actually asked that question, please do so. Oh my god. So one more video and I guess an article that's done from like Canada. So let's go to the last video. Okay, it's loading up right here.
Hey, Jess.
Yes.
Hey, so there's culture question. So there's one less problematic white person in the world. Hey, Jess.
Yes.
Hey, girl. Do you ever microaggress me?
I sure do.
What happens after you microaggress me?
You let me know,
Mhm.
and I apologize,
Mhm.
and tell you that I will try to do better next time.
Are you afraid of me?
No.
Are you offended?
No, I'm grateful that you value our friendship enough to even say something to me because you don't have to do that. And so I'm grateful that you did.
Be open to feedback. It's how we change the world.
That was creepy. Okay. Is that wait, that's a girl? Yes, that's my question too. That was a girl? Okay, not this girl. Oh my god. Can we have a replay of that? I think I had a stroke trying to understand the points. Sure, let's replay it one more time. One more time.
Culture question. So there's one less problematic white person in the world. Hey, Jess.
Yes.
Hey, girl. Do you ever microaggress me?
I sure do.
What happens after you microaggress me?
You let me know,
Mhm.
and I apologize,
Mhm.
and tell you that I will try to do better next time.
Are you afraid of me?
No.
Are you offended?
No, I'm grateful that you value our friendship enough to even say something to me because you don't have to do that. And so I'm grateful that you did.
Be open to feedback.
Yeah, watching it the second time around was like, probably just even stranger even. In fact, the first time I watched it, like it was like, what the fuck? The second time I watched it again, it's like, what the fuck even more? Let's see, which one is really being impressed here? That was indeed creepy and weird. Yeah, this is the definition of an abusive relationship. Ah! That is so true, man. That is so true. My God, like, what kind of friendship is that if it's like so controlling? Oh my God. Just look at this. Doesn't it feel like a slave owner being offended by their slave behavior, forcing them to change their what? Yeah, Alfredo, that's true. That's really true. Oh my God, man. Okay. So, the last thing I'm going to cover for this live stream, and of course, I'm going to terminate like this live stream, guys, is something that's serious, like more serious than like, what I've been showing you guys as of lately. So, the last thing on the cover has to do with free speech in Canada. Now, of course, Canada does not have free speech, as we all know. But this news is pretty big for you guys to understand, of course, across the whole entire world. Canada to make online hate speech a crime punishable by $16,000 fine. The proposed law will likely run afoul of the First Amendment in the United States, but despite popular misconception, Canada is actually its own country. Canada's ruling Liberal government announced on Wednesday that it plans to make online hate speech a crime punishable by as much as $20,000, roughly about over like 16,000 US dollars for the first offense, and 50,000, about 40 plus thousand US dollars for the second. The proposal would punish social media users who broke the law, but exempt social media companies that host such content from fines. The news, first reported by Canada's public broadcaster, comes after a 20-year-old man recently ran his truck into a family of 5 in Ontario, killing everyone but a 9-year-old, and what Canadian police said was an anti-Muslim terrorist attack. Canada Authority General David Lamiti assured Canadians that the proposed law will not target simple expression of dislike or disdain during a virtual press conference on Wednesday that was live streamed on YouTube. The law is only designed to punish the most extreme form of hatred that expresses disdain or vilification of a person or group on the basis of a prohibited ground of discrimination. Let's see. Hate speech directly contradicts the values underlining freedom of expression and our Charter of Rights. It threatens the safety and well-being of its targets. It silences and intimidates, especially when the target is vulnerable person or community. When hate speech spreads, its victims lose their freedom to partake in a civil society online. There's actually a clip that's like part of the article, I think. Like, let's look at the clip that's, been part of the article. There it is. So let's watch the clip, and then, of course, I'm going to react to it.
Thank you, Andrew. Bonsoir. Good evening. Je me joins à vous de mon bureau d'Ottawa, situé sur le territoire traditionnel du peuple algonquin. Je suis parmi vous pour discuter des mesures que nous proposons pour combattre les discours haineux et la haine en ligne. Je suis entouré de mes collègues, l'honorable Stephen Guilbeault, le ministre du Patrimoine canadien, l'honorable Bill Blair, ministre de la Sécurité publique, l'honorable Maria Monsef, ministre de la Condition féminine et de l'égalité des genres, ainsi que mon secrétaire parlementaire, Arif Virani. For the last 15 months, we've been living online. Just look at this event this evening, virtual. The online world has become our world, for better or for worse. It is where many of us are working. It is where we stay in touch with friends and family, buy our groceries, find out what is happening in our community and the wider world. It is where we engage in debate. It has become another public square. That public square should be a safe space, a place where all Canadians can engage without fear, while remaining true to the many identities that make our country what it is. Unfortunately, our online public space is not always a safe space. Il y a des individus qui profitent de l'anonymat.
Okay, there was a question in the comments. Yeah, that's French, guys. That's French being spoken, the first part. It was like, yeah, part of it was like in French, but some of it's in English too. Because, like, Canada has English and French as their official languages, so. But the accent for, like, Quebec is, like, really strange in comparison to, like, the French and, like, France. So this only affects Canadians, right? Because it's been something that I've been trying to do in many other countries, including mine, for a while. So, yeah, exploit this while you can. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's, like, according to Canadians. This is for Canada right now. Not for United States. This is for Canada. Without fear, who is doing the doxing? Canada speaks English and French. Yeah, that's true. Let's continue with the video.
De leur écran pour diffuser des propos haineux. Cette haine atteint de nombreuses personnes rapidement. et déborde parfois dans le monde physique, où son impact est dévastateur pour des vraies personnes et des communautés. Nous devons combattre cette haine et ceux qui la produisent doivent être tenus responsables. Nous savons que le racisme et la haine existent dans notre pays. Nous pleurons encore le meurtre tragique de la famille
Yeah,
Afzal à London,
Switzerland does
Ontario,
speak French and German. Yeah,
visés
that's
parce qu'ils
true.
étaient musulmans. Nous nous souvenons des victimes. Nous nous souvenons des victimes de l'attentat de la mosquée de Québec. Hate and vilification are realities for Indigenous people, Asian, Jewish, and Black Canadians, LGBTQ2 people, and people with disabilities. And some of the worst examples of hate are visible online, in that virtual public space. Dans les dernières années, plusieurs communautés nous ont dit que la
Yeah, I think we got the point. I think we got the point about the whole entire thing. This is kind of sad because, like, what's interesting about it is that, like, they did something similar before with, like, the whole entire, like, Jordan Peterson controversy. I believe the bill was, like, C-16 about, like, the transgender pronoun stuff. And so I'm not really surprised that Canada is doing this again, because it seems as though that, of course, Canada does not really value free speech as much as the United States. And one thing I think that it could really benefit the country is to have a First Amendment, because it's not fair that Canadians have to suffer, like, you know, a lack of free speech just because the politicians think, of course, they cannot have free speech, because obviously hurt feelings matter more than a person's right to speak. That's crazy to me. That's, like, really, really crazy. Japanese is such a hard language. They talk like Yoda. Speaking about Japanese, hold on one second, guys. I want to show you guys something for Japanese. Okay, so I have, like, a ton of Japanese book right here. Like, of course, you guys, you know that I can speak Spanish, right? On my channel, I speak Spanish a lot. But, like, this is, like, my book collection for Japanese right here. All this stuff for Japanese. It's, like, so fucking hard. Super fucking hard. Now, I want to study Japanese to understand the anime, the video games, and whatnot, right? But honest to God, though, Japanese is so much fucking harder in comparison to Spanish. Oh my God. So, yeah. I'm studying Japanese myself, but, like, again, it's, like, so fucking hard, man. So hard. I find it quite stupid how this guy is speaking both language. I think the main reason why he's speaking both languages is because I guess there are some Canadians who can't understand French or English or whatever. And so that's why, I guess that's why he's speaking two languages, because, like, the official languages. So I don't know. The way the U.S. government is rolling right now, everyone faces hate. That's true. Konnichiwa, Tyler-san. Arigato for stream. Oh my God. Yeah. That's, yeah. Yeah, man. True, but to be honest, seeing how English is one of the official languages of the country he is in, and be one of the most spoken languages in the world, that is true. Yeah, that is true, man. That is really true. Pretty language, but it's so hard. I literally agree, man. Japanese is really, like with Spanish, I think it's, like, you know, really pretty to hear too. I think Japanese is also really pretty, but damn it, the grammar is just so ass backwards, man. It's like, you know, there's more similarities for English and Spanish grammar in comparison to, like, Japanese. Like, Japanese is, like, so ass backwards for the grammar. It's like, oh my God, so easy. I listen to Japanese music more than American music. Well, I listen to, like, the opening songs a lot for, like, the animes when I watch, like, Japanese TV shows. So, come on, Spanish is a piece of cake, especially our writing and pronunciation. That is true, man. That's why I can make entire videos in Spanish, because it's, like, so easy. It's, like, super freaking easy. Not to mention, of course, I have a girlfriend from Panama, and I had to speak nothing but Spanish to my girlfriend. Like, she has like little English, and so when I talk to my girlfriend in Spanish, like, I get more and more and more and more and more experience. It's like super easy to catch on Spanish. Super easy. Speaking French means he's more sophisticated, don't you know? You know, it's kind of funny though. Like, I want to study French someday if I have a chance. Maybe I need to buy like some more books for French or whatever. Really true. True that. Do it and braille run it. Okay. It's a sentence structure that kills it. Yes. Absolutely it does. It does. English is a dramatic language while Spanish is romantic. Yeah, that's true. That is true, but there's like more similarities with English and Spanish in comparison to Japanese. Do I think in Spanish? Actually, yeah, sometimes I do. When I make videos entirely in Spanish, right, I have like a mindset that's entirely in Spanish. And so it's kind of hard to switch the mindset for English and Spanish for me. So, like, unless I'm talking to a person or unless I'm talking to myself in Spanish for a video or whatever, like, it's kind of, you know, easy for me to think in Spanish. So, French is a strange romance language. Yeah, it's like has more like things in common with English than like, you know, any other romance languages. Not to mention like French is like, you know, 60% of our vocabulary for English, I think. Like English is the adopted daughter of like, you know, Latin. True. That is true. Well, anyway, guys, that's like the whole entire like live stream. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. I'm going to post all my sources for this episode in the description box after this is over. But yeah, it's been fun talking to you guys. Maybe I'll do more of these more often. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it more often, but like maybe someday later on, like in the next week or something. But yeah, thanks to you guys for tuning in. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.